Hi, welcome back to the Crypto Dave YouTube channel. Now today I'm going to be talking about Bitcoin Gold and more specifically what Bitcoin Gold is and the implications of the upcoming hard fork and how you can potentially benefit from that hard fork. So if we start first of all, you can see here this is the Bitcoin Gold website. There's very little on it apart from there's some links here at the bottom, one to the Facebook page, the Twitter account, and then their Slack channel and the GitHub repository. But on the homepage, basically, it just says October the 25th. And the significance of October the 25th is that is when they will choose a block from which they will fork off from the existing Bitcoin blockchain, and then they will start mining their own blockchain. And the idea behind Bitcoin Gold, so it's the brainchild of Jack Liao, I think is how you pronounce it, who's the CEO of Lightning ASIC. And it's a hard fork from Bitcoin. It's not a sort of an attack in Bitcoin. They're not trying to take over from Bitcoin. Their aim is to become a sort of a complementary network. But really what they want to do is move back to the early days of Bitcoin when anybody can mine from their home computer. So they're trying to make it more decentralized again. And those of you who know a little bit about Bitcoin will know that in the early days you can mine on your laptop with your computer CPU, and then after that it was with graphics cards. And then what we've seen in more recent years is a move to ASICs, and an ASIC basically just stands for Application Specific Integrated Circuit, and all it is very simply is a computer chip that just performs the one calculation, which is SHA-256. This is the algorithm that Bitcoin uses. So they're chips that just perform that calculation. They can't do anything else. And the trouble with that is that they're incredibly efficient and very fast at performing that calculation, which means that it's no longer realistic and profitable to mine just with a CPU or GPU. Now, what Bitcoin Gold is doing is that they're going to switch that proof of work algorithm from SHA-256 to something called Equihash. Now, some of you will have heard of Equihash. It's currently used by ZCash, and the advantage of it, it's quite ASIC resistant. It uses a huge amount of memory, and the upshot of that is that it's really only feasible to mine it predominantly on GPUs, CPUs and GPUs specifically. So what the hope is that there will be a greater range of people mining, so you'll be back to being able to mine on your home computer, and therefore there won't be as much centralization within the Bitcoin network. You know, at the moment I think there's about 65% of all work done on Bitcoin, all mining work done on Bitcoin is performed in China, and Bitmain in particular has, you know, a huge percentage of Bitcoin miners, and they dictate to a large extent, you know, new releases of hardware, and then when they're going and who they will sell them with, and stuff like that. So this centralization is something that people are quite wary of. So the aim of Bitcoin Gold is to become a far more decentralized version of Bitcoin, basically. So how you will be able to benefit, if we just take a quick glance at the Facebook site. So I'll link these below, but here's their Facebook page and here's their Twitter account. Most of the information seems to be coming through their Twitter account at the moment, and I should point out there is a scam account on Twitter, and there are also some scam websites out there, so please be careful. Some are saying, oh, you know, set up a wallet with us, you know, and then no doubt they will say, oh, you know, send us your private keys and we'll send you Bitcoin Gold. So please be aware there are some scam sites up there at the moment. The other thing I just wanted to mention quickly was this document here. So I found this was on the Bitcoin Gold Facebook page, and it's basically a response to some of the accusations that have been leveled at them in the last few weeks. So there have been some YouTube videos and there have been some articles on Reddit and stuff like that where people are saying, oh, Bitcoin Gold is just purely a scam, and they basically are going through and this is a response from the development team to some of those accusations. So stuff that, you know, replay protection's not implemented, the proof of work hasn't been completed yet, the change of difficulty algorithm hasn't been implemented, and that there was potentially, you know, a large kind of pre-mine. There was going to be an ICO, and that, you know, loads of coins have been pre-mined. So this is basically going through and answering some of those accusations. And if you're interested in Bitcoin Gold in general, it's well worth having a little read through that, as well as some more of the information on Twitter, as well as kind of like, you know, Reddit and Bitcoin Talk and some of the other sources that most people would normally use to find out information. But that's it for Bitcoin Gold. How you can take advantage is that, as I said, on October the 25th, I'm not sure which block it's going to be yet, but at some point on October the 25th, if you own Bitcoin, you will also then own an equivalent amount of Bitcoin gold. So it will be a 1-to-1 ratio. So basically, the block coins will split. Bitcoin Gold will start then mining its own version of the blockchain and its own blockchain with GPU mining. And then at some point, probably about a week or two later, so at some point at the beginning of November, they will release a wallet and you'll be able to get access to your coins. Now, obviously, as I said with the Bitcoin Cash hard fork a couple of months ago, if you have Bitcoin, it's ideal to hold it in your own wallet where you have your own private keys. If your Bitcoin is sat on an exchange, it is up in the air as to whether you will receive your Bitcoin Gold. What will probably happen, like happened with Bitcoin Cash, is that if it proves popular and if the price holds up, then the exchanges and the large wallet providers, people like Exodus, will probably start supporting it, at least in a manner where they'll give you access to your coins or a way of getting your coins off of the platform, even if they're not sort of supporting it inherently. But I know with Bitcoin Cash, Exodus made it a fairly simple, it was like a 3-click way of getting your Bitcoin Cash out of their kind of wallet. So if it does prove to be popular, if it has a value of, say, I don't know, 0.01 Bitcoin or more, somewhere around that kind of level, I think that you'll be able to probably get access to your Bitcoin Gold from the major exchanges. But there is no guarantee unless you hold it in a wallet where you control the private keys. So if you have it in a wallet, then at the beginning of November, at some point when Bitcoin Gold wallets are available, you will probably be able to then get your coins out fairly simple. You might have to do some manual transactions or something like that. But the more popular it is, probably the easier it will be, because then people like Exodus and maybe the large exchanges will probably make it fairly easy for you to get it out. But anyway, if you hold Bitcoin on October the 25th, you will then after that have a corresponding amount of Bitcoin Gold, in which you can do what you want with. You can keep hold of it, or you could exchange it on exchanges, or do what you will. But as I mentioned before, this has nothing to do with SegWit 2x. This is a completely different hard fork. There seem to be a huge amount of hard forks at the moment, which is probably not a great thing for Bitcoin. But anyway, this is Bitcoin Gold. That's what's happening, the background to it, and how you can get your coins in the next couple of weeks. But I hope that's been useful. Please give it a thumbs up if it has been, and consider subscribing to the channel so you can get access to all my future videos. But have a great day, and hopefully I will see you on the next video. Thanks very much. Bye bye.